It's a beautiful day in the countryside, a flock of birds flying through the air. And then Old Man Logan and Deadpool come running down the road like all forces of hell are after them.
Damn it, Wilson. I told you.
A truck smashes into the road right on top of the pair, falling from the sky before Logan can finish his sentence. It just sits there for a minute, smoldering and looking like it's about to catch fire, before the former Wolverine cuts his way out of the wreckage.
Told you not.
And then a gigantic battle tank falls on top of the truck, crushing Logan and Wade again. There's silence for a second, the flames from the wreck continuing to grow before the two mutants finally crawl out from the debris. Even they're hurting after that. And then another bigger truck falls on Logan and Deadpool. The flames from this massive pile of wreckage are getting excessive now, rising to an all-consuming inferno.
Damn it, Wade.
And now a full-size jumbo jet is falling on the unlikely duo from the sky nose first before they can even escape from the previous wreck.
I told you not to double dare them.
2 days earlier in the New York subway, a group of commuters were waiting for their train to reach the station. Some were standing around, others were enjoying some fake news. Then a bunch of thugs enter the car clearly looking for trouble. The leader, Lewis, tries to mock an old lady for reading a book. Somehow, this gets a laugh out of the gang. The old woman tuts to the person sitting next to her. Kids these days are annoying, something her friend agrees with. The old lady admits that she'd pay good money to see them get what's coming to them. You would? How much money exactly? The anti-reading thugs have moved on to harass some guy with a tablet, snatching it from his hands and threatening to stab him if he tries to fight them. But Deadpool's here to give these men an education. Hey friend, forget about these fancy tablets, my man. Print is where it's at. See? The printed page is the best format. The content is really hard-hitting. The lead punk grabs his face in pain. Lewis's gang grab their own knives, looking to take on Deadpool, but the merc with a mouth sidesteps the lot of them, cutting and stabbing his way through these losers like they're nothing, while making a wisecrack about journalism. Above Manhattan, a bunch of mercenaries are scanning for a mutant. They've got a lock on this dangerous, super-powered person. They are somewhere in lower Manhattan and are already moving as fast as they can. The mercs have a plan for this though. They're gonna sedate the target and try to capture them as soon as their team's in place. Having hurt the thugs enough, Deadpool throws the lot of them off the train onto the station platform. He turns back to the old woman looking to settle her bill. She's happy to pay up, but before Wade can collect, an old man slams into him, knocking the mercenary out of the train's doorway. Before Deadpool can work out what's going on, the train's off to the next stop, taking the old woman along with it. No! Oh, hey, Grandpa, you cost me money! Old Man Logan glances back, clearly having heard Wade, before starting to run up the stairs. Deadpool's right on his heels though, even getting ahead of him, drawing both swords and insisting they talk. Logan breaks them with one claw flex, not wanting to waste time dealing with Deadpool's zaniness, but wacky Wade Wilson isn't gonna give him a choice. A few seconds later, Logan's managed to reach a nearby park, but as soon as he shows up, Deadpool's back, standing in his way with two new swords. Do-over!
Out of my way, Wilson. Don't got time for your nonsense.
That's it, short stuff. You listen to me. I lost $25 because of you, so you at least owe me an apology.
Move.
Make me! Logan charges at Deadpool, snarling out a battle cry. Wade ducks, landing a vicious slash on Logan's gut, but that doesn't slow the old man down. He keeps going, breaking Wade's swords again.
You always used to get in my friggin' way.
Good thing I buy these in bulk. Deadpool stabs Logan twice with the half-shattered blades, getting him right in the shoulders. It brings the former Wolverine to the ground for a second, but it's not that easy to get him out of a fight. Logan stabs Deadpool right in the gut with his claws, getting straight back up on his feet. But Wade's got more tricks than blades, shooting off a few rounds from his handgun to buy some time to get clear. Soon enough, he jumps up a tree, taking refuge in its high branches while Logan's chasing after him. This wasn't the best idea. One swipe from those deadly adamantium claws and Deadpool's falling off his now chopped down tree, ultimately getting crushed by the hefty trunk.
Always been your problem, Wilson. All bark, no bite.
Before the fight can end, the pair hear a scream from somewhere nearby. A girl is sitting alone at a half-destroyed playground. Something seemingly melted the play equipment. All the other kids are running away from her as fast as they can. Deadpool doesn't know what to make of this. Logan gives him an elbow to the head for asking. It's none of Wade's business. Nursing his nose, Deadpool decides that that's the last straw. Logan wants to help this girl, Deadpool will help her first. And better. The kid mutters that she didn't mean to do this, trying to process what just happened.
Hey kid, you need a hand?
Forget him, let me help you. Rather than trust either of these weirdos, the girl just turns around and runs away. Wade and Logan call out that they just want to help, but before they can, a hot dog stand falls in front of them, then multiple bikes and a park bench. The two turn to each other, both annoyed at what just happened and assumed it was the other's fault, knocking all this debris into the path. Before Wade and Logan can settle it though, the old man hears something. Not caring about the argument, Logan tells Deadpool to go help the girl while he deals with what's coming. The old man faces down the mercenary gunship, the vehicle towering over him as the captain bellows orders at his men. Logan's not remotely worried though, grinning at the sight of a hostile vehicle. The strike team repels out of the gunship's hold like a well-oiled machine ready to open fire on the white-haired mutant. But Logan's faster, charging right into their midst and disrupting their cohesion. It's hard to shoot at a man who's right in the middle of your squad. He's a whirl of claws and blood, knocking the professional soldiers in every direction. Logan stabs one of the mercenaries right in the torso before twisting to slash at another. But he's outnumbered. The strike team starts beating at the old mutant with the butts of their rifles. Logan's still defiant, barely even fazed by this, but they've got him pinned. The squad leader thus orders his team to fan out. They need to find Deadpool and the girl. Meanwhile, he asks Logan where the weapon is. The old man figures he's talking about him. Logan's been known as Weapon X for a long time, but no, the mercenaries weren't here hunting Logan nor Deadpool. They were here for the girl Maddie. She's the super powerful mutant they were tracking earlier. The leader is familiar with Logan though, he's read the Weapon X file. Though to be honest, I thought you'd be in better condition than this. Not quite so old.
Yeah, well, ain't the years, it's the miles, bub.
The Merc leader's unimpressed with that comeback, introducing himself as Agent Hart, part of a company called Genform Enterprises. He still wants to know where Maddie is since she is his target. Logan plays dumb at first before pointing out that he's managed to at least distract these people long enough to give her a head start. Looking to keep that going, Logan uses his claws to throw himself upwards, headbutting Hart as hard as he can before kicking the mercenary away. Before the old man can escape though, one of the Genform team stabs Logan with an electrical pike. Hart's not going to waste more time trying to deal with this very hard to kill mutant. They need to get to the girl. The gunship lifts off, zooming back over Manhattan as Logan picks himself back up. The old mutant still groggy after that much pain.
Well, could've gone better. Maybe Wilson will look out for the kid after all.
Meanwhile, Deadpool shoves Maddie into a pile of food crates as he charges through a Chinatown market, not realizing who he just pushed away. Out of my way! Wickedly wild Wilson looks out for number one. A second later, though, Deadpool realizes that he just pushed the girl he'd come here to save into what's now a pile of trash. He wheels on his feet, picking her up by her hoodie. Sorry, kid. Your life is precious, because if I save you, then I can stick it in Logan's stupid, hairy face forever! Maddie introduces herself, but doesn't look too impressed by her savior. An impression not helped when Wade throws her back in the trash, turning to face the Genform mercs who've just caught up with him. He kicks one into a market stall hard enough to splinter the wood and bring the whole thing down before launching a crate of onions at the second. Happy to vary things up, Deadpool pulls his guns. Have at thee! En garde! I miss my swords. Hall & Oates never let me down! Before he can finish that thought though, the remaining Genform goons open fire on Deadpool and Maddie, riddling the marketplace with bullets. These three have actually found some decent cover on a nearby rooftop, and their squad leaders radios back to Hart, confirming that they have the target in their sights. Hart orders them to eliminate the merc with a mouth, but to make sure they capture the girl alive. The Genform team are about to confirm that order, but the line goes dead. All Hart can hear is an awful squelching sound. Old man Logan's caught up with the action. All three members of the rooftop team are already dead. Logan grabs the last merc's comm, talking to Hart over it. He's got a simpler offer. Pack up his remaining men and get out of here.
This ain't a mission for you, it's a job. And this job ain't worth dying over. Leave the kid be. Weapon X, I gave you an out. Take it. I have 3 more teams en route. I just gave you an out, and you ain't taking it. That makes it open season on mercs in Manhattan. I see you again, you're dead.
Enough said. Old man Logan cuts the comm line, leaving Hart alone in the VTOL cockpit before jumping to the street level. The mercenary commander sends an alert to all his remaining teams. Weapon X is on the loose. And even as the mercs acknowledge that warning, Logan's falling on them, claws raised. It's already much too late for Hart's men. Meanwhile, Deadpool's led Maddie into a back alleyway. Thanks to a lot of running, they finally put some distance between them and Gen Form. Still, Maddie's unimpressed with her would-be savior. She didn't ask for his help. Kid, Chinatown is crawling with mercs that are all after you. You need my help. Hell, I need my help. Who the hell are you anyway? How do you not know who I am? I'm Deadpool, the lovable merc with a mouth, poop jokes, chimichangas, etc. Hard pass. I'm out. Deadpool won't let her shake him that easy, however. He's got a duty to do the right thing, plus he's still hoping that this will annoy Logan. Maddie tries to insist that Wade just let her go, claiming it's for his own good. Deadpool tries to break the ice with a Terminator reference, but that's too dated for a modern kid to get. Maddie just sticks by her guns. She's sure she knows what she's doing. She wants Deadpool to leave her alone. Wade agrees, but he's got one weird condition. He gives Maddie a tiny figure of himself, instructing her to use it if she's ever in serious trouble. Maddie's not sure what to make of this, but before she can turn him down, she spots a figure on a nearby rooftop. Out of nowhere, a spear materializes, impaling Logan. He was the stranger Maddie saw, finally having caught up with her and Wade. He falls to the ground hard, landing right in a pile of garbage. Deadpool tries to comfort Maddie, but before he can, a speeding motorbike materializes right on top of him, knocking the Chimichanga champion off his feet. Maddie's shocked by this. Not surprised, but she's clearly upset by this. The girl insists that Deadpool and Logan should have left her alone before turning and running for dear life out of the alleyway. It takes even Logan and Deadpool a minute to pick themselves back up after blows like that. Deadpool needs to rest on a convenient dumpster while Logan rips the spear right out of his gut. The old man turns, planning to leave and go after Maddie. Deadpool stops Logan before he can, though. He was listening to Maddie, and she made it clear that she didn't want their help. Wade doesn't want to go against that.
I don't give up. She doesn't know what's best for her.
You can't just come out of nowhere and tell her what's good for it. Thankfully, Gen Form's mercs have shown up before the argument can go any further. Both men have something to take their anger out on. Logan and Wade have some fun beating on the goons. Deadpool trying out some more reference jokes that his new partner doesn't get before the pair finally burst out of the alleyway on the bike that had hit Deadpool randomly. A particularly bold Gen Form merc tries to hold on to their bike, but he's not able to do much. Old Man Logan's got a good enough nose to track Maddie by scent, and instructs Wade on which way to go as they zoom through Chinatown. Finally having enough of the Gen Form guy, Logan cuts off his arm before telling Deadpool what turn he needs next. Since they're working together now, the old man explains what's up with Maddie. He was supposed to recruit her for the Xavier School, help her learn how to control her extremely strong powers. She was the one who took out both Deadpool and Logan back in the alley. She can teleport. Specifically, she teleports objects. When threatened, Maddie teleported the spear at Logan, and the motorbike at Deadpool right afterwards, all on reflex. Deadpool thinks that power is dumb. Logan agrees, but points out that Gen Form are still going to try and weaponize those abilities. And since they are both veterans of the Weapon X program, neither Logan nor Wade are willing to let Maddie go through something like that. For once, these two violent cooks agree on something. After another corner, they finally caught up with Maddie, both heroes calling out to her. Maddie isn't happy to see them. She really wanted these two to stay away. Deadpool slows the bike down, approaching slowly. Logan tries to insist that they're mutants just like her. They can help. After a disingenuous thanks from Maddie, she insists she'll be fine without them. Unfortunately, Gen Form has caught up with her. One of their men hits her from the behind with a taser, shocking the powerful mutant into unconsciousness with one blow. The mercs start hauling their hard-won target back to the VTOL, pulling themselves up while brandishing guns at the pursuing mutants. Logan and Deadpool, however, still have their bike. Wade revs it up. Faster and furiouser, here I come! The VTOL starts to ascend even as the bike zooms forward. For the first time, Hart starts firing the vehicle heavy cannon. It reduces the bike to shrapnel, launching Deadpool off it in a shower of glass and scrap. Old Man Logan jumps, trying to reach the escape vehicle, but Hart keeps firing at the old mutant heavy shot after heavy shot, even as Logan howls in anger. The sheer force of the impacts knocks the white-haired man back to Earth. Well, that didn't go as planned. Hart's better at having to waste two powerful genetic sources rather than capture them. Still, he's probably lost enough men for one lifetime. The mercenary VTOL keeps going up before turning back towards Gen Form HQ. On the ground, Old Man Logan hangs his head, having utterly failed to save Maddie. Next to him, Deadpool finally gets back to his feet. For the record, that was your fault. The merc with a mouth has certainly had team-ups not fail so miserably. He did work better with Spider-Man even when the other hero was trying to punch him out.